Hit and Goku's banner have been revealed, but who else can we expect on 2025's Golden Week banners? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan battle video for you here today. We are going to be talking about Hit and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku's banner, who have been revealed here in the data download, giving us a rough idea of who is going to be on this 7-unit banner. So in this video, we're going to try to piece together who we think the final 2 units are on each banner and kind of overview whether or not it is good banner. It's not going to be a full should you summon. We're going to do that in about another day or so after I get a chance to play around with Goku and Hit. So let's go ahead, let's hop in, let's take a look here. So this is Goku's banner. Goku is going to return the Glorio, Int Buu, Blue Kaioken Goku, AGL, and the new AGL Piccolo. This banner will be going live on the 27th at 6 p.m. next to its opposite, right? The Hit Daima Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Kale and Caulifla, Tech, and of course the Magetta. So the question is, right, who are the remaining 2 units on this banner? We know that this is going to be a 7 featured unit banner because they have reduced TUR Dual Dokkan Fest to 7 units, right? We see here on, right, the New Year's banners with Glorio, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? See the same thing last year with AGL Goku and Int Buu, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 featured units. So we can see that 5 units are shown here. So we can pretty much assume that, there's 2 units missing. Now, one interesting thing to note here, right, it doesn't show it, Proton didn't post it on or it's not there, didn't post the hours for the special 3+1s, but we can see that this is here on the JP version of things. There is the 3+1 multis for 350 hours. Now, what's interesting to note is that there's no listing here of a Dokkan Awakening for an LR. Usually that would be listed right around this area. Let's see if we can look here at any of the other screens. I don't think it shows it. Yeah, no. Nothing listed here for the possibility of Dokkan Awakening to an LR. So that means that what that tells us is, like, if we look at previous years, right, if we look at like last year, right, usually there's 1 or 2 LRs on the banner. But like last year, for example, no LR, correction. Last year, they had the New Year's LRs, Gohan and Piccolo, but this year we can safely assume that they won't be on there thanks to that. So the question is, who would be the remaining units? Well, the first obvious choice is the previous Golden Week units from before Goku and Buu, which would be World Tournament Goku and wrong one here. Where is it? Yeah, and Int Piccolo Jr. That is a very distinct possibility, right? There's always 2 sets of Golden Week units here, the year prior, and then a previous year prior. So it's possible that they could have, right, Int Buu, or even skip one back. Well, actually, they probably won't skip one back because Goku and Cell were just on the previous banner. So it's possible that it could be World Tournament Goku and Int Piccolo. That seems like the most likely outcome given the history of how they handle the banners for the Golden Week, right? So that would be, the 6th unit on both banners. So then the question is, what could be the 7th unit on both banners, right? Knowing that we have this. Well, last year, Buu's banner returned Android 21 for the first time, and Goku's banner returned Super Trunks for the first time. So we can assume it could be a returning unit. However, we're in a weird situation where we're pretty much caught up, and the only possible returning TURs they could have are either Daima Vegeta, Cell, Or a likely candidate could be the Tech Buhan. I still think it's a little soon for him, right? I could definitely see him coming back in the June Dokkan Fest. But, I mean, we said the same about 21, and then she showed up there. So, it's possible, right? Buhan could be one of the units there. Well, although, unfortunately, he's not on any of their leads, right? If we look at it here, right? Hit leads Rapid Growth, Accelerated Battle, or Universe 6, and Goku leads Reps of Universe 7 or Full Power. Buhan is not on any of those leads, whereas, for example, Android 21, it was at least on the Majin Power portion of the lead. So, that, like, she works with Buu. That's not the case for Hit and Buhan. So it's possible he could return here, but I do think he's a very unlikely candidate. Now, what we could see is some other, units to fill either banner, right, based on their categories. I'm thinking, right, possibly more Universe 6 or Rapid Growth on Hit's banner, and then on Goku, possibly more Reps of Universe 7 or Full Power. If we assume one of the last units are Reps of Universe 7 for Goku, there's really only a couple options they can put, right? They are a bit older, but it would make sense, right? There's Blue Kaioken Goku, AGL Vegeta, 17, and that's well, I guess maybe Int Goku here, but that's pretty much it. Maybe Fizz Frieza if they decide to Easy A him during the celebration, right? We can already see that these two are on the banner, which means there's a pretty good, there's a very high likelihood that they are getting an Easy A, especially because there's several new missions that are getting there are several new missions that are getting added that require Universe 6 and Reps of Universe 7. So if we're gonna need more of the two, I could definitely see them bumping some characters on the banner from those categories. So I could, Frieza, Kaioken, Goku, or one of these two is pretty much the only choices. I mean, they could go way out of the park and put this Golden Frieza. That would be the worst thing they could do, like that. But he hasn't been on a banner in a very long time, so it's also not unlikely there. If they went for his Full Power lead, like Daima Vegeta actually does fit on there, but again, I still think it's too soon for him to return, so that could be unlikely. World Tournament Goku is on the banner, so that's possible. Kale could be on one of the banners, right? Given the necessity of Universe 6 as a category, I could definitely see them, since Kale and Cauliflower are on the other banner, they could put AGL Kale on this banner, and it would work out for Goku's banner. Otherwise, right, on the Hits banner, right, Rapid Growth, Universe 6, STR Kefla could definitely get jumped on the banner. There isn't much choice for Rapid Growth that would really make sense. I doubt Super Vegeta would jump on the banner, which pretty much leaves like Gotenks, Ultimate Gohan, or Kale. So they, or Kefla herself, and then of course with Universe 6, they could do something really stupid and put the tech hit on there too. In fact, that actually is something they would totally do, right? So like you'll pull the wrong hit. That's definitely something they sound like they could do. So, but I feel like all of these are candidates to be on the banner, given the categories of the units. The most likely candidates, I would say, is the 6th unit on both banners will likely be World Tournament Goku and Piccolo, and the 7th unit on each banner is probably going to be, I'm going to assume on Goku's banner is likely going to be Kale, and on Hit's banner is going to be where did it go? STR Kefla. I feel like they're going to be that. I really don't think they're going to drop any of these Reps of Universe 7s. These guys are a bit too old at this point, so the only likely candidate is one of these two, so I could definitely see them dropping them on I said Hit, didn't I? Yeah, I could definitely see them dropping one of these two on Goku's banner if there is, and then on Hit's banner, yeah, I totally got that backwards. Yes, so on Hit's banner, either AGL Kale or Kefla as the 7th unit, and then on Goku's banner, either Blue Kaioken or Fizz Frieza. These seem like the most likely candidates, given that we now know that there are no LRs on the banner. So Guys, that is it for the video. That is just my brief overview of the banners and who I think the last 4 units remaining are for the 2 banners. It's pretty safe to assume at a minimum the Golden Week units are going to be there. That's almost always how they handle it. 2 sets of previous Golden Week units. And then the 7th unit being someone who helps out the 2 teams. And so given the missions, that's definitely going to be someone from probably reps of Universe 7 and Universe 6. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. We will have a full Should You Summon here up in the next day or so once we get a feel for Kaioken Goku. But let us know what you think and who you think might be the candidates on the banner here in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching. And aloha.